It's great to see you all here. It's great to be here in person, although in this somewhat unusual circumstance. My name is Bruce Lambert. I'm the director of the Master of Science in Health Communication program here at Northwestern. And on behalf of myself and of Dean E. Patrick Johnson and the faculty and staff of the master's program and the Center for Communication and Health, we welcome you to this graduation ceremony. To the friends and the family of the graduates, we're honored by your presence and grateful that you're here to share with us this special occasion. We know that you provide crucial emotional and financial support for our students, and they could not have done this without you, and that you share with us a deep pride and sense of satisfaction in their achievements. We're so happy that you could join us today. One bit of advice I gave to the graduates during one of my lectures was, be lucky. And looking around at the faces, the masked faces of proud and loving friends and family, I can see that the graduates have been very lucky indeed. So please, for the first time, but not for the last time today, join me in offering our most heartfelt congratulations to the Northwestern Master of Science in Health Communication classes of 2020 and 2021. We have several speakers, or a couple of speakers before we get to the main event of introducing the graduates today. I'd like to introduce our first speaker. Both of our featured speakers this morning will be joining us via videotape because of the pandemic. So I would like to introduce our first speaker, the Dean of the School of Communication, Dean E. Patrick Johnson, who will deliver his remarks via a pre-recorded message. Please direct your attention to the screen for Dean Johnson's message, and there may be just a brief delay as we get it streaming to the web as well.
My name is E. Patrick Johnson, and I am the Dean. My name is E. Patrick Johnson, and I am the Dean of the School of Communication. Please accept my heartfelt, if virtual, congratulations on your extraordinary achievements. And they are extraordinary. In a year unlike any other, you managed setbacks, pivots, disruptions, and disappointments, but also breakthroughs, milestones, and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence in your work in health communication. You should be very proud. I certainly am. If you're anything like me, you'd rather look ahead at what is to come than back at what has transpired. But a year like this truly merits some reflection. Earning your master's as you waded through so much personal, political, and economic trauma might seem like bad luck, or at least bad timing. But I consider you to be fortunate. Not only did this year remind us of the value of resilience, but we saw how necessary your degree is to the health and functioning of our society. Each and every crisis we faced this past year had massive communication implications and demonstrated how effective, truthful, and immediate messaging and storytelling can and will keep our democracy afloat. On the broadest scale, consider the contentious presidential election, out from which we are still digging our country. Massive coordinated disinformation campaigns, deep fakes and bots spotlighted how the tools at our disposal can be abused, and they sharpened our will to tamp down on lies and half-truths spread by bad actors. Also, look at the widespread protests of the killings of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and other Black Americans. The cohesive messaging and planning behind organized protests is the difference between chaos and affecting lasting change. Remember how creatively arts institutions pivoted when doors were shuttered, sets were struck, and theaters went dark. We watched how collaboration and performance produced online stretched our imaginations and reached new audiences. But unique to you, recall the strategies behind disseminating accurate health information that have resulted in half the country now being fully vaccinated, thus inching us ever closer to normal. Or the import of digital mental health interventions when we were at our most vulnerable. Or how accurate media reports covering overrun hospitals and the necessity of flattening the curve dictated our behaviors and contributed to keeping more of us safe and well. Or that every single institution, including our own, had to craft crisis communications to articulate the urgent ramifications of our rapidly changing circumstances. 2021 was the pandemic year, yes, but it was also the moment your degree became something much more than a nice line on your resume or your window to better opportunities or a way to broaden your skill set. This year made you and the knowledge you accumulated at Northwestern essential. And this, combined with newfound hardiness and adaptability, will render you unstoppable. By virtue of being who you are and where you are in pursuit of your master's degree in health communication, I can attest to your brilliance, creativity, and drive. But we cannot discount how significant the when is. When you earned your degree will have as much of an impact on your career as all the other variables. The when will forever set you apart because of the when you are stronger, more certain of the value of your field, and more likely to persevere when faced with challenges. I look forward to seeing you use this when in whatever you set out to do. Congratulations, HealthComm graduates, on a remarkable accomplishment. Be well, best of luck, and go Cats.
Thank you, Dean Johnson. I'd now like to introduce our featured commencement speaker. Again, joining us remotely via recorded message because of the pandemic, Director of the Illinois Department of Public Health, Dr. Ngozi Ezike, who will deliver her remarks via pre-recorded message. Please direct your attention again to the screen for Dr. Ezike's message.
Good morning, happy Saturday to the Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Jay Landis Martin, and the esteemed board members, President Morton Shapiro, School of Communication Dean E. Patrick Johnson, Center for Communication and Health Director, Dr. Bruce Lambert, faculty, administrators, students, parents, and friends of Northwestern University. Warmest greetings. And to the graduating class of 2021, congratulations. All those virtual seminars, marathon weekends, papers you labored over until 2 a.m. in the morning, and that leadership practicum, that has all culminated in this moment. Your hard work has indeed paid off, and the world stands in need of your expertise. The healthcare industry needs you, and our region and our world needs you. As I reflected on the paradox of today's occasion, celebrating people trained to address communication issues of health and healthcare during a time when we are besieged by health crises and misinformation, I was reminded of a book of history in the Old Testament that recounts the impact of a woman named Esther. Essentially, Esther and her cousins and guardian, her community, were called to rescue her people from being destroyed. When Esther questions if she is the person to take on the responsibility, her guardian tells her, and I'm paraphrasing here, help for the people may come from somewhere else, but who knows, maybe you were put in this space, in this role, for such a time as this. I can't help but recognize the parallels between this woman in ancient Persia and the call that each of you is answering today as you prepare to use your skills in a manner that will rescue people from being destroyed. And some of you may indeed be asking if you are the person to take on this mammoth task. If that's the case, let me reassure you, you were put in this role for such a time as this. Because of what you have learned and experienced during these past 12 months, you have the ability to make an impact in those areas of the healthcare industry where it is so desperately needed. There is a need to communicate and engage with underserved communities that are considered hard to reach, either because of their social or minority demographic composition or their geographic locations in rural, sparsely populated areas. There is a need to address the disparities in health and healthcare that result in good health and equitable care being afforded to only a select few. There is a need to depoliticize healthcare. Health, good health, does not occur miraculously or occur within a vacuum. It is a goal that requires collaboration and partnership between providers and institutions and patients and families, communities, legislators, and even businesses have a role. And in many instances, you will be the catalyst, the spark that launches the dialogue for such partnerships. And speaking of dialogue, let me briefly address the flip side of dialogue and the critical role of health communicators in disseminating information. Within the last 20 months, we have seen the introduction of misinformation and disinformation and myth information into the ongoing COVID-19 conversation and the sincere damage it has caused. As health communicators, whether in the public health, nonprofit, academic, or corporate arenas, you are called to guide narratives and ensure that correct information is being disseminated in a manner that is able to be understood by the audiences intended to receive it. I am excited about your accomplishments as reflected in today's ceremony, and I hope you are proud of yourselves too. The contributions you will make to healthcare will help us change the trajectory of this discipline and this industry. You doubt my words? Just look at the career paths your peers and your alumni from this program have traversed. Academia, including Northwestern, Rush University, Harvard, UC San Francisco, government agencies, accrediting bodies, and professional organizations such as the Joint Commission, the FDA, and the American Academy of Dermatology, and numerous corporate and research institutions throughout the country. You are bridge builders. You are advocates for the voiceless and conscious conduits through which individuals will access quality healthcare, and social determinants will be leveraged to minimize, if not eliminate, health inequities. In research underwritten by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, a study exploring ways to successfully translate the concepts of social determinants into compelling, motivating messages stated it this way, and I'm paraphrasing it here. The problem we face is that the language of academic researchers, think tanks, and nonprofits tends to be very different from the language of decision makers and legislators, let alone the language of the kitchen table where everyday people discuss ideas and values and pass on attitudes to the next generation. To accomplish goals influenced by data from public health or other relevant scientific research, it requires translation of the language of science into the language of policymakers, and ultimately into the language of everyday people whose support is absolutely essential. Class of 2021, you are our translators, and we so desperately need you. Before I conclude, let me take a moment to offer a personal thank you to this university, the School of Communication, Dean Johnson and Dr. Lambert for the visionary leadership that has designed this program and is producing inquisitive, compassionate professionals who are committed and motivated to work on behalf of others, tackling the problems of our outstanding yet somewhat biased healthcare system. From someone who is deep in the trenches right now, I say thank you. Finally, you who now possess Masters of Science degrees in health communications, as we labor together in the throes of a global pandemic and battle the inequities and biases of our discipline, know that you are here for such a time as this. And because of the knowledge you've acquired as you explored the United States healthcare system, the social context of illness, tackled the difficult conversations, and engaged in dialogues about change in healthcare, because of all this and more, I am confident, in the words of 20th century artist, poet, and businessman Kendrick Lamar, we gonna be all right. Congratulations and best wishes for a rewarding and fulfilling future.
That was really wonderful, wasn't it? I wish she could have been here so we could thank her personally, but I'll make sure that I send thanks to her on your behalf. So we've come to the main event. And now what we all came for, the presentation of our graduates. And of course, Dr. Ezike said on a couple of occasions, she mentions the class of 2021, but of course we're honoring also some members of the class of 2020. Let's hear it for the class of 2020 as well. Because in the midst of the pandemic, without vaccines last year, we were not able to have any kind of in-person ceremony. So we invited those members of the class of 2020 who are interested in joining us today to join us. And some of them are here, so I'm pleased. So I didn't want them to be left out, although Dr. Ezike might not have known that 2020 graduates were joining us as well. Before I introduce Dr. Liz, who's going to read the names, I wanted to make just some brief remarks about how we'll be doing things. Last year in our online graduation, I'm steaming up because of my mask, so I'm going to take this off briefly. Last year, we did graduation via Zoom. And one of the things that we did in order to personalize it a little bit, make it a little more meaningful, is we gave each graduate a brief opportunity via Zoom last year just to say some remarks, mostly to their family or friends. We didn't tell them what to say. We just gave each graduate something like 15 or 20 seconds, 30 seconds to make some brief remarks. And it was so moving. And it made the ceremony so much more special. I moved even to think about it. That we wanted to repeat that again this year. So the way that we'll do this, Dr. List will read the names, the students will proceed across the stage. They will pick up their own diploma because of COVID sorts of sanitary restrictions. And then they'll step to this center microphone and they'll make brief remarks. And then they'll move to the right where I'll be standing, and then they'll pose for a photograph with me, and they'll proceed. So that's the way it's going to work, and I appreciate the cooperation of our graduates. So to read the names, please join me in welcoming one of our program's most popular teachers, Dr. David Liss, Research Associate Professor of Medicine. Let's hear it for Dr. Liss as he makes his way to the podium.
Good morning, graduates. Good morning, loved ones. Great to be with you all in person this morning. But yeah, just
Oh, sorry. So just Victor, Emily.
you can point them out to minutes ago. It's okay. You got a pen or anything?
No,
It's okay. It's all right. We'll figure it out. All right. Thanks, Paul. We get settled here. To begin, Victor Crow.
To my family and friends, thank you for all the love and support throughout this journey. To the faculty and staff, thank you for all you do and for this great opportunity. Thank you.
Thanks, Victor. Emily Daw.
Congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you to the support from the class of 2020, and thank you to my family.
Ellen De La Rosa Hamblick.
Thank you so much to my husband, my family, especially my late mom, the friends I've made here for life, Drs. Liz, Lambert, Monica, Kim, everyone in the program. And in the words of our Northwestern alum, Stephen Colbert, let's love and serve others and find those who love and service in return. Thank you.
Jessica Kirsten Del Martin.
Thanks to my friends and family, and thanks to the professors and faculty for being so pivotal last year, and my friends.
Megan Romero.
Thank you to the MSHC program staff and faculty for an unforgettable learning experience. Congratulations to the class of 2021. And thank you to my babies and my family for all their love and support.
So thanks to the class of 2020 who are able to join us. It's great to be able to celebrate with you all in person. Now. And now our current graduates. Deborah Glazer Allen.
I promise not to cry. I want to thank the faculty and staff. This program has been just amazing. I've enjoyed the cohort more than words can say. And I especially want to thank my daughters who, like I believe, it's never too late. So we just go for it. Thank you.
Hannah Boggs.
Hi, I would like to thank my husband, Matt, my parents, Monica, Dr. Lambert, everyone in the program, Kim, all of the staff and faculty. And I was lucky enough to be in both cohorts 2021 and 2020. So I would like to thank everyone. You guys are all awesome. Congrats.
Hannah. Nina Buckhalter. Adrienne Bush.
Thank you. I'm going to shock my cohort and I'm not going to speak. I'm just going to say thank you.
Allison Carr.
Also, to shock no one, I am going to speak. I want to thank my husband. I wouldn't be here without him, literally because he found this program for me. So thank you for your belief in me, your love and support over this trying past year. And thank you to my kids, my babies, Rivenelia. I love you.
Andrea Julie Clark. Clark, excuse me.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I just want to say thank you so much to my dear colleagues of the cohort of 21. Thank you to my wonderful friends who chose to join me today. And folks, let's go change the world. Thank you.
Jennifer Marie Davis.
Hello, I'd just like to thank my family, love you, everyone in the Ridge Lab and Pulmonary Critical Care for your support, the faculty and staff for an amazing year, even though it was all online, and all of you in my class for your support. Couldn't have done without you. Thank you.
Whitney Ann Davis.
First of all, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for getting me to this point. I also want to thank my dad, my mom, my sister, and my grandmother for being here, for you all's love and support. I want to say congrats to 2020 and the 2021 graduates, and I want to thank my hairstylist and my makeup artist for getting me together.
Erica Dix.
I would like to thank my fiance, my friends, and my family for all your love, support, patience, and understanding. Thank you to my cohort and the MSHC staff and faculty for such a great year.
Catherine Ann Foster.
I want to thank the faculty. I want to thank my family, especially my parents, and thank you to Greg for driving down here because I was a nervous wreck this morning.
Paula Foster.
Thank you to me. This year has been a lot.
Thank you. Thank you to my son Josiah for being kind of sort of patient while mom studied. Family, friends, cohort, amazing encouragement. Thank you all.
Thanks, Paula. Kimberly Ann Goodrum.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Like Paula, thank me. Mom, guess what? What's your question? Mom, go ahead. No, am I focused? No. But at last is what she said, are you done? Are you finished? Yes, at last.
Ida Haynes.
I want to say thank you to my partner, Eddie, our dog Muppet, my editorial team, Tom, Mary, and Nell, and of course the cohort members who held it all together. I especially want to thank Kim and Monica. They really held it down for us. I mean, this was a lot. And we have some special gifts for you that we'd like to bestow upon you after this. But really, thank you all. You're the reason why we're here, and we're happy that you could make it. And for those of you watching live, thank you as well. Have a lovely day.
Thanks, Ida. Miley Herr.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. Shout out to our cohort. We did it.
Abigail Howell.
I'd like to thank my family and friends, this whole cohort, all the staff and faculty, and my fiance Mike for bringing me tea late at night when I was working on papers.
Yvonne Instafel.
Such an awesome opportunity to be here, definitely. And I just really want to thank my parents for always encouraging me to pursue higher education, and my husband for encouraging me to apply. I've been thinking about grad school for years, and I'm just so happy to have this support. Thank you.
Thanks, Yvonne. Patricia Therese Johnson.
Hello, everyone. I would like to give an honor to God, to Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I am so appreciative to Northwestern University, to all of the faculty and staff, my wonderful cohort, woo! Wildcats for life! And to the Chicago Department of Public Health and my beloved family, I love you dearly. Thank you.
Zara Khadija Khan.
I wanted to thank my parents, my siblings, especially my sister who couldn't be here, all of the faculty and staff. Special shout out to Monica. Thank you so much for all of your help throughout this year.
Winona Koldyke.
Thank you to my parents, obviously, for this opportunity.
Thank you to my wonderful cohort. You guys are beautiful and brilliant. And thank you to all my professors.
Anya Kotova is not able to join us today, but we'd like to recognize her. Lori Kutchi.
Well, I want to thank my family and friends, and thanks for being here. And to this cohort who has spent every Saturday with me for the last year, thank you.
Michael Isaiah Lynch.
Now, y'all know I was gonna make a speech. Woo. First and foremost, I want to thank my parents, my mom who is here, my dad who is in heaven, who has always inspired my education. I thank you all. I thank my sisters, Nicole and Jasmine, and my brother Patrick who are here, and my best friend in the absolute world, Kristen. I cannot tell you how much your support has meant to me throughout the years as I found myself, and to my amazing cohort, the staff, the faculty, the administration. I thank you all so much because education does have the power to change lives as it has changed mine. So thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Rawan Aram Medina.
Thank you. Thank you to the faculty and staff for contributing to our success now and in the future. Thank you to my family for your endless love and support, especially my husband and my baby boy, my son, Ryan. I love you endlessly. And congrats, class of 2020 and 2021.
Alec Montoya.
Thank you, everyone. I'd like to thank my family and my girlfriend for being here. I think speak for everyone when we had a lot of highs and lows. It's just happy to be here and especially happy to have Saturdays back. So thank you.
Paris Tyrone Mullen.
Okay, I might cry. I don't thank God. I thank my mom, Gail Mullen back there, and my dad, Nate Mullen, Sean, my best friend here, and Dante, wherever you are. I thank my grandmother who is with the Lord, Evangelist Rose Mullen, who said it's the life you live and the service you give. And I really live up to that. I want to thank my grandmother, Bishop Dorothy Blaylark, who just went to be with the Lord on June 27th, her transition. And if she was here, she was still with us, she would have been here. So I'm just so grateful. And lastly, I'd like to say, let's just do this little video. These are for my fans. And so on the count of three, if you just go cheer, and I'll take a video and I'll tag you all on social media. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, come on, come on, come on, come on. Dr. Liss, Dr. Lambert, Neil Patrick, Nathan Warner, Monica, Kim, all of the staff, thank you so much. This goes to all of you.
Thank you, Paris. Delaney Shea Patterson.
So I'm not going to top that. But I just want to thank the cohort of 2021. We would not be here without every single one of you. The cohort of 2020, you guys led the way for us to actually be able to do this online. But I especially want to thank Monica and Kim. We really wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you. And thank you to my friends and family and everybody here and live streaming.
Leonardo Chi.
Hello, everyone. I want to thank all the faculty members and fellow classmates for such a memorable and special year. Also, I want to thank my friends and family in China and Los Angeles to help me through this journey. Especially grateful for my best friend from LA to come here to celebrate my graduation. Thank you and congratulations.
Nida Qureshi.
To my cohort and the faculty, thank you for all the support. And to my family and my friends who supported me through this, thank you and I love you.
Thomas Jerome Roberts.
Thank you to the MSHC program staff and faculty for all of your adaptability, your amazing support and amazing instruction. Thank you to my best friend, Darren, who's here, best friend since 5th grade. I appreciate your support and encouragement. Thank you to my parents for all of your support, encouragement, and watching the kids and providing the occasional quiet space to think. And lastly, thank you to my amazing wife and kids. You're a constant source of inspiration for me. Couldn't have done it without you, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. Love you all.
Brianna Rodriguez.
As a first-generation college grad, I have a tremendous amount of gratitude to everybody. But today, for time's sake, I want to thank my husband, Kyle, my hype crew in the back that stuck my face on sticks, Monica, Kim, the faculty, the staff, my cohort, and then my parents who are watching from my couch at home. Thank you for believing in me.
Holly Elizabeth Ronzi.
Thank you so much to the amazing professors, faculty, and staff, especially Monica and Kim. Thank you to my wonderful family watching at home, to my amazing friend Julie for being here today. This one's for you, Mom. And congratulations, cohort.
Yamin Saima.
Thank you to my mom and dad for constantly prioritizing education since the day I was born to this very moment. Thank you to my grandma and my two sisters, Sony and Eamon, for making this walk across the stage possible. And thank you to Medina Skandari for being my partner in crime since 1st grade.
Crystal Santillanes.
So I have a little bit of a longer list. I want to say thank you to my husband, Daniel, for his unconditional support and who always stepped up when I couldn't. My mom, my tia, I hope you're proud. I love you, my babies, Austin and Grayson. And to Bianca and Tati that are watching from home, I hope this makes you feel empowered to get what you want in life. I want to say thank you to the faculty, but especially to Kim. Kim has guided me through every career choice this last 3 years, and she's been amazing. You guys should really use her. Congratulations, class 2021.
Sophia Schmidt.
I'd like to offer a huge congratulations to my fellow graduates. I am so grateful to be here with all of you. And thank you to all the faculty and staff who made this difficult year a little bit easier on us. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my family. Thank you for all your support. I love you guys.
Kruti Soni.
Big thank you to my sister for proofreading every paper and keeping me within word count. Big thanks to my parents and my boyfriend. I'm sure they're glad to have me back on Saturdays. And thank you to the faculty especially, and the cohort for fixing the cap and the gown. Thanks, guys.
Rosalinda Soto.
We've had a year, haven't we? I want to thank Northwestern University for accepting me into this program, and with their scholarship help, really helped me to realize this dream. I think with my own hard work and determination, I was able to show that learning never ends. And I believe what George Eliot said about it's never too late to be what you might have been. I wish my parents were still here to witness this, because they instilled in me a love
My
of
name is E.
education.
Patrick Johnson, and I am the Dean of
And
the School
a
of
big shout out
Communication.
to the cohort,
Please
you know, in
accept
this
my heartfelt
pandemic and this
virtual
crazy
congratulations
Zoomness,
on your
we formed a
extraordinary
bond.
achievements.
We had
And
each
they
other's
are
back,
extraordinary.
and for that, I'll
In a
be
year
grateful.
unlike-
And I'm gonna miss my Saturdays with you. My family and friends who supported me throughout this process, it meant so much to have your support. And to my husband, Tim, without your love and support, this would not be possible. So thank you, love you.
Megan Spreedeman.
Hello, everyone. I also got to be part of both 2020 and 21 cohorts. And I would say that this program definitely gave me a boost in confidence in my professional work and even in my personal life. So thank you to my family, whoever supported me. And I'm glad it's over.
Jaskiran Trehan.
Good morning. Firstly, I would like to thank my husband. He's the reason I'm here today, and I wouldn't have been able to do this without his support. So thanks so much. I would love to thank my family. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here because of the pandemic, but I'm sure they're watching me right now, all the way from India. So thank you. And a big grateful to the faculty of staff for making such a meaningful impact in our lives. Class of 2021, congratulations. We graduated in a pandemic. More power to us.
Alexis Upshaw.
First, I want to thank my mom, my babies, my husband, Vic, all of my family and my friends for all of their support. Absolutely Kim, Dr. Lambert, Dr. Nathan Walter, and especially Monica. I probably was her biggest problem child this year. So thank you so much. And congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Nicole Latasha Ward.
I know, I'm trying. Do I got this the right way? Okay. I want to thank God for covering me and my babies, Yaisa and Ermias. They were a part of a big inspiration to me of why I continue to go on through this journey. My mom, Naomi, my dad, Anthony, all my siblings, and specifically my oldest sister, Shaiwan, because without most of her support, I wouldn't have got that far. So thank you. And all my cohort and the new friends. Thank you.
Asha Woodfolk.
Okay, hello everyone. First, I would like to thank my mama and my daddy for supporting me the whole way and helping me get the inspiration to even desire education. Thank you to administration and faculty and to my cohort for you can do this, Asha. I didn't start on it either. Calm down, Asha, and you are more amazing than you thought. So I appreciate all of you, all the encouragement and all of the late night camaraderie. So thank you.
Alyssa Woods.
I'll say thank you to my classmates and to the teachers and the staff of this program for being so awesome, making this year a lot of fun, even if it was online. And to my family, my parents especially for their support, and my friends, and Patrick especially for always bringing me a donut during class on Saturday. Couldn't have done it without that, so thank you.
Yuna Yu.
I want to thank my family back in China, my friends in Boston, our cohort here, and also Kim, Kimberly, Dr. Lambert, Dr. Liz, Monica. I'm the only international student in the class, and you guys offered me splendid support during the year. So thank you so much. We did it.
Last but not least, Rebecca Zackham.
This is it, literally. I want to thank Michael, Eli, Jessica, Jeff, my parents, my grandma for their support, encouragement, all the professors for their wisdom and passion and making me think deeply like Dr. Scher always told us to do, to Kim and Monica for your guidance throughout the entire year, the awesome TAs, especially Brandon, Nikita, and Chris, amazing. It was a privilege sharing Saturdays with all of you. We can leave the meeting.
Congratulations, everybody.
I told you those little speeches were moving. It's gonna be a lot of photos with tears in people's eyes. So I have brief remarks, should take no longer about 90 minutes, so I hope you just bear with me. Before I offer some closing remarks on a more serious note, would you join me in a moment of silence to remember all those that we've lost in the past year? Thank you. There are many people to acknowledge and thank for an occasion like this, for planning and organizing the event, and for the work they do all year long that the students amply recognize as well to help students succeed. I'm grateful to Laura Kitson, Monica Degenhart, Kim Cornwell, Rosa Ortiz, Edita Wino, and to all the faculty, all of whom are listed in the program. Let's give them a big round of applause. And now, of course, to speak of the students, they're the reason that we're here today. I want to both thank and congratulate our students. I want to thank them for their hard work, their commitment and their perseverance and their professionalism. I want to thank them for the investment that they made in themselves and the investment that they made in us. Health communication is not a particularly old or well-established discipline, but you had the foresight and the confidence to trust our vision, a vision which sees improved communication, coordination as a key to solving problems in a healthcare system that's begun to break down under the weight of so much fragmentation and complexity. You trusted in our mission to improve the quality and safety of healthcare as individuals experience it, to improve the health of the population, to reduce the cost of care. Your willingness to take risks and trust in your own vision of the future will serve you well. You are resourceful, energetic, entrepreneurial, enterprising, you're hardworking, you're kind and decent people, and even in masks, you're an extremely attractive group of people. The world that awaits you is vast and uncertain. Because health communication is an emerging field, finding your path will require that you use all of your resourcefulness and creativity. Some of you will stay in your current organizations and advance within them. Some of you will find new jobs in established industries. Some of you will start your own companies, and some of you will invent your own jobs. Today is an important milestone in your life, a rite of passage into a new level of professional expertise and competence. Along with your excitement and pride of accomplishment, it's normal to feel some anxiety at a moment like this. Transform that anxiety into action because, as Dr. Ezike said, the world needs you. Of course, during the last 18 months, we've all experienced a global health crisis unprecedented in our lifetimes. As I watched the students pose for photos yesterday, I thought of all the emotions that we felt during the past year and a half. I mean, yesterday was a tremendously I'll digress from my written remarks. Yesterday was a tremendously joyous occasion for those of us who came and had their photos taken outside in a safe, socially distanced way yesterday. Of course, we did class remotely this year, and for many of our students, yesterday was the first time they had met each other face to face after being in class together for a year. It was incredible, the release of joy that I witnessed. So as I watched that, I thought of all the emotions we felt during the past year and a half. Grief, of course, for those that we lost. Fear and uncertainty about the future. Disappointment when so many plans were canceled and changed. Frustration at our seeming inability to come together, to beat back the pandemic, to control events. Humility in the face of events were so far beyond our control. Loneliness from being isolated from friends and family. Although when I thought about that, I thought, what did we really experience? Isolation. And whether or not that was lonely depends on how you feel about isolation, I suppose. But for many of us, it was lonely. We also feel joy and gratitude to be alive, to have survived, because life is for the living. And in spite of everything, we're still here. I want to thank you for all the effort it took to be successful during the last year. It was a strange and confusing time. It was often hard to concentrate. There were many moments of anxiety, fear, and uncertainty. It was difficult to be organized. It was difficult to get things accomplished, but you did. I salute that, and I thank you for it. I'm not trying to say what you did was heroic, but it wasn't easy. or trivial, and you did do it. And I guess that's just the ordinary heroism of everyday life, but it's worth acknowledging. You've been given the gift of the opportunity to devote your life to meaningful work, work that improves people's lives and reduces their suffering. It's noble and worthwhile work. I'm honored and humbled that you chose it as your life's work. I'm grateful that you let us help you along your way. As you make the transition from students to alumni, we'll turn to you for support and guidance to help placing our students in jobs and internships, to be pro seminar speakers, to teach courses. We look forward to relating to you as friends and colleagues. To the class of 2020 and 2021, with admiration for what you've achieved, with gratitude for what you've given us, with great anticipation of what you'll accomplish in the future, we bid you farewell, good luck, and congratulations. Before we formally adjourn, please join me one more time in congratulating the Master of Science and Health Communication students from the classes of 2020 and 2021. You're here. You're here. This marks the end of our formal program. Thank you again for sharing this ceremony of celebration and recognition with us. Because of the pandemic, we can't have a formal reception. We apologize for that, but please enjoy the day with friends and family. Take care, everybody, and congratulations.
All thy sons and daughters, pledge me victory and honor. Alma mater, raise divine, may thy name forever shine. Hail to purple, hail to white, hail to thee, Northwestern.
Look, I know you're just as sick of these make money online.
Hello, everyone. We have flowers up here. If you would like to take a flower or two, you are more than welcome to do so. Thank you.
Michael, how did you grab a flower? How did you grab one? Yeah, take the flower. Here, I'll hold it. There you go. There you go. Welcome. Okay, no, you get it, Lori. Would you like a flower? Okay. Anybody want a flower? Oh, my pleasure. Take care. Alrighty. Take flower. Flower, flower. Bueller, flower. Take some flowers. Okay. Here, I'll hold on. I'm gonna take pictures. Okay, sorry. Yeah. I feel like a giant. You are a giant. Let's do a secret thing.
So
so close. Yeah.
I just want to take pictures outside.
Absolutely. You have a special gift for you in the class of 2021. No. Oh, thank you. That is so kind. Oh my goodness. We go there. Oh, you, or go home, right? Or go home. It's pretty heavy, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I love it. Gorgeous. Oh. Oh, right.